Hi, my name is Chiderah David. I am an actor and content creator, and I was a protester in the Occupy Julobi House protest.
We are suffering.
You still want to see the work done. What prevents you from getting the work done? After inflating the budget.
I was out the last night, so I didn't get any sleep. I said to myself, if I slept by the time I go home, I would miss the protest. So I left early in the morning. Before you know it, 2 police buses came around, one filled with policemen, the other empty. And the police surrounded us and pushed us into the empty bus and took us to where we didn't know where we were going. I went live on Instagram, so that people will know what was happening at the time. And we got to the Accra Regional Police Station. The police didn't tell us why we were arrested. They didn't tell us what was happening. They didn't give us any information. They just handled us the way that they felt that they wanted to handle us. They proceeded to take our phones. And after a while, they started taking us out of the room in 5s. We didn't know what was happening. I thought that they were doing some processing or whatnot, not knowing they were sharing us amongst different police stations across the country or across Accra. And it got to my turn and we're taken to Kolebu police station. That was when we were asked to strip and get into the cells. One of the detainees who's originally there, not part of the protest, he was showing us around. This is where you sleep. This is where you take your bath. This is where you use the toilet. This is how you flush the toilet. He said there's this thing called cell fee, where you pay money to clean the cells. All this information in my mind, some of the protesters knowing things about the law, they're saying that, it's a holiday, they don't grant bails on holiday, so it's possible that we're going to spend the night in the cells. And I was just like, what's going on? What's happening? I don't need this in my life. The time was moving fast, yet it was moving slow because all these things happened in the morning. It wasn't even afternoon yet. So we were put in the cells. We were there for a couple of hours before they wanted to take our statements. They said, okay, so you are being charged with unlawful assembly, because they had the template written down that, okay, this is your charge, and then we're going to take your statement. And I don't know in what democratic state that you are charged or your right to be read to you at least 4 hours or at most 4 hours after your arrest, because it is at the moment of your arrest that your charges and your rights should be read to you. But it was at least 3 or 4 hours after we were arrested and detained in the police stations before they even spoke to us about whatever they wanted to charge us with. So I'm guessing from my life, people knew that I was one of the people who was arrested. And then people were talking about it. I want to give a big shout out to the lawyers, because the moment they hit the ground running, they hit it running. They were moving around, doing what they're supposed to do, giving us the information that we're supposed to have, telling us what to do, updating us as best as they could. We got some toiletries, we got toothpaste, toothbrush, and some face towels that we use to take a bath in the morning and that. And then later in the evening, one of the lawyers came and was like, you know what, it's like there's good news. You guys will get billed tonight. Someone from the regional police station is going to come. And yeah, later that happened and we're released. We need a better Ghana. Now, if the system is working, everybody's going to enjoy Ghana. We need accountability from the government. We need the government to actually work, because there's so much complaints. The motorway, the motorway is crazy, but there are other roads that are just as worse as the motorway. The living conditions of the citizens, the high cost of living. Every 2 minutes, there's an increment in this service, in that service. The medical side of things, the hospital, the Kolebu hospital is a death trap. Doctors are suffering to provide medical care. Everything is not working. And that's just what the people want. The people don't want to come and in a sense occupy the presidency. They want the presidency to be accountable to the people. They want the presidency to work. They want, if you promise this, you deliver. If this is what you're supposed to do, you do it. People need the country to work so that they don't think of leaving the country, so that leaving the country doesn't become a testimony. Like, we want a better Ghana, so that when people are coming to Ghana in December, it's not just for December, like, so that people can actually live here, so that people can actually dream of living in Ghana and not just Ghana being a destination for enjoyment, whilst the people itself are suffering. So we need the voices of the people to be heard. Ghana needs to be better. That's it. Stay strong. Let's keep fighting. Let our voices be heard. Let's not stop. And if you think that you can play party politics, you're wrong. We are coming. And Ghana will be better.